Before we begin the reading, I would like to start with a guided meditation about the art of letting go. This meditation helps to encourage a clearer vision when we're doing your reading. We will plant the seeds of intention and place our focus on the practice of letting go. So take a deep breath in and gently exhale. Allow your body to soften and your heart to open. Let's expand the lines of communication to receive the sacred message that Spirit has for you about something that needs letting go. With that said, let's begin. Using your imagination, visualize yourself standing in a quiet forest. Smell the air. It's cool, crisp, and refreshing. Look around you at all the trees. Notice how the sunlight filters and peeks through to the leaves painted in gold, amber, and red. Observe how each leaf dances ever so gently in the cool breeze, as if to say, one last dance before we are ready to release. As you are walking along, one tree catches your eye. You feel amazed at its presence. It's tall, it's strong, and wise. Looking at this tree, you sense that it has been here for lifetimes and carries much wisdom and experience from its life story. Take another deep breath in, and as you breathe out, feel your energy integrating. You have now taken on the essence of the tree. Feel your roots grounded deep into the warm, steady earth, and your branches stretch out in acceptance of nature's flow around you. Now, look at all the beautiful leaves that have been with you through the seasons. Embrace each leaf as a memory, an experience, and a part of you encapsulated in their vibrant colors. Recognize that each leaf is a beautiful bunch of puzzle pieces adding to the story that is you. Now is the time to let them go, as this part of you, this season, has served its loving purpose and must return back to the earth. Acknowledge each one for its brilliance to either capture sunlight, weather storms, or dance playfully in the wind. The time is now, so with your branches, gently will the leaves to let go, fall, and return to the earth. Remind yourself of what each one added to your story and say, I understand the beauty of letting go. I release and I let it be so. Breathe in deeply again, and with each exhale, release what weighs heavy on your soul by letting go. Think about what that might be. And with each inhale, breathe in a feeling of peace, trust, and lightness. Look around with your mind's eye, dear tree. You are lighter now, freer, and though your branches are bare, you know you are not empty, but instead have created a sacred space for renewal. You now understand, with this change comes powerful transformation. The same way the earth transforms fallen leaves into nourishment, your soul transforms release into wisdom. Now slowly bring your awareness back to your breath and to the space around you. Remember to carry this meditation and vision into the reading that we are about to explore. When you're ready, intuitively choose your leaf and you will find the message Spirit has for you about letting go. Lastly, here's to feeling renewed, grounded, and aligned, like the trees who always do so when it's time to let go. Hey there, Group 1. Okay, so we're going to get started by looking at what needs to be recognized, what energy needs to be recognized in order to release it. So we're going to identify it first. Spirit, guide my hand. What is it that you have for Group 1? Okay, so we got the High Priestess of Water. Love. So we're talking about love and emotions. Okay, there's a secret with this High Priestess of Water surrounding your emotional state. And we also got reminder with big bold letters saying don't forget. Underneath the High Priestess of Water, there's something that is a deep, unconscious message here that Spirit is calling your attention to, that you must not forget with regards to your emotional state and around love. Okay? I thought that was a key, but it's not. Inside the heart is another smaller heart with a moon-shaped crescent wand. Yeah, we're working with something deep within your soul, your heart, your energy that's kind of locked away. But it's like you've kind of forgotten about this space in your heart for some reason. There's a lot of moon energy, so it's kind of murky. It's not easy to read. However, you know about it. However, there's some urgency about don't forget. Let's draw a little bit more. Let's get some moon cards going. Spirit, can we go a little deeper on what's this secret around emotions? What are we talking about here? Okay. Full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Don't forget. As it fell underneath, don't forget. And that's the High Priestess of Water's secret that you've forgotten about. So it sounds like your inner voice is kind of speaking to you in a negative tone as of late about not feeling good enough. Okay, there's some negative talk going on here. And it could be affecting your mental health since it is energy around Virgo. Okay, Virgo rules health in general. So there's a strong message here clearly of don't forget, you are good enough. And the other card you got that fell under the love card was don't let your past hold you back. We're working with the South Node. Something about your past with relation to love that you've locked away. So it feels like what needs to be recognized is self-worth. Okay, so far in this reading. And your past is kind of keeping you locked, yourself locked within your heart, okay? And like like in that picture, she's holding the heart so dearly, but it feels like there isn't a solid flow of out and in, right? Of energy, of loving energy. It feels like you've been scarred before about relations to the heart. Okay, but how to lovingly let this go? Let's take a look there, all right? Let go of this negative self-talk about being enough. Practice gratitude. That's a strong message there. Practice gratitude. The moon is in Sagittarius here, so having a positive outlook, and I think that relates to as well a positive mindset about oneself, okay? Because you've clearly forgotten about how important your energy is. And your past, of something that's happened in your past, is keeping you stagnant and not being able to move forward. So it's very important to practice positive affirmations, restructuring how you see or perceive yourself. Okay. Okay, let's get another card. How else will this help them lovingly let some of this energy go? Yeah, it's like you're stuck in a cycle. Speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. That's what I was just saying about positive affirmations. Pick a positive affirmation and practice this ritual daily. Okay, so you can restructure how you perceive yourself, because somehow your past has kind of shaped your present in how you see yourself. Okay? And Spirit's reminding you to realign with that heart chakra. Instead of living in your heart, in that little hole that is creating a void. It's almost like a cavity, you know? If you don't take care of it right away, it continues to become a deeper problem later, right? And also practicing gratitude is so important, because it also reshapes how you see your reality around you. Being grateful for what you do have helps the heart feel like it's fulfilled. Okay? When we're not grateful for what we have, we tend to find ourselves with holes here and there. Okay? It's okay to want more, but negative self-talk kind of shuts you off from any kind of abundance coming in. We must first appreciate the energy we do have, the people we have, the material stuff that brings us joy. And that starts you on that journey of fulfillment, feeling fulfilled, which opens doors for more abundance, whatever it is that abundance looks like to you. Okay? And again, with that, speak to yourself with kindness is so important. I'll just bring it up now, but on each of my candles here, I have affirmation candles. I've kind of spoken about it a little bit, but it's a new business I started. And here on this one, it says, I'm at peace with who I am. And this one I've been working on daily, because as a mother of a young daughter, sometimes I make many mistakes, and I have to be at peace with the good side of myself and the not so patient side of myself. Okay, but I accept myself for who I am, and I'm at peace with who I am, is what I'm trying to foster in my own life. So the same can go for you. If you take time to do that daily ritual, you will reshape your reality, okay? And how you speak to yourself. It'll become second nature. But it does take time and practice. It won't happen overnight, but if you do the work, you will find things will change for you, okay? And let's go with what blessings await once you've made space for new energy to flow in, okay? What blessings await group one if they work through some of this energy? Flexibility. You feel your heart not be so rigid, your heart chakra vibration not be so rigid. It will return the flow of water and the flow of accepting good energy, and some of the energy we struggle with, it will flow like water. Nothing stays the same. Water and emotions are in a constant state of flux, and when they are cut off or remain stagnant, you find yourself reliving the past over and over again in cycles. Okay? So that is one of the blessings. What's another blessing? Spirit, for group one. Oh boy, okay. A few more blessings. Okay. Meandering pathway flow. And I just mentioned that. You'll go on somewhat of emotionally, you'll be able to meander, you'll be able to dip your toe into the flow of emotion, okay? And bear spirit healing. Your spirit is fully protecting you, which is great. As you become more flexible and more vulnerable, there is a sense of the bear spirit reminding you that as you do some of this work to speak to yourself with kindness and become a little more vulnerable with your emotions and accepting what's happened in the past doesn't rule your future, you are protected fiercely. Bears are fierce. And also thicket of thorns, uncertainty. You'll finally be facing some of this thorny energy. You are going to have to walk through some uncomfortable paths to get there. Okay, because you've been living in this kind of space, this hole within your heart for a while now, with regards to how you see yourself. And the butterflies represent transition through a thicket of thorns, okay? So, it doesn't seem like a blessing. Like, who wants to walk through a thicket of thorns? But there comes transformation, there comes flow, flexibility, and healing. Most importantly, healing, so you can move forward, okay? So again, I just want to reiterate about the you are good enough. It's very important you receive that message from the High Priestess of Water, okay? Find a daily affirmation that works for you, and every day celebrate that affirmation and tell yourself you strive to live by those words. Make yourself an oath that you will, okay? Anyway, group one, I hope you enjoyed this letting go reading. It was a little different, but I thought it was perfect for this time of year. I love seeing the leaves falling from the trees and just love autumn in general. And I thought I'd share something related to that, okay? And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Hey there, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed that beauty of letting go meditation. Hope you found it soothing, relaxing, and got a little clarity as to what Spirit's message is for you today. And we're going to start with what needs to be recognized in order to release it. So let's first identify what it is. Okay. Okay, so we're starting with strength. That is quite the powerful tree. It reminds me of the big, tall, wise tree we were talking about in the meditation. It definitely has to do with the self, because if you remember, we were imagining we were that tree, and the powerful word underneath it is something to do with strength. Okay, something needs to be recognized around strength, but we'll go a little deeper. Individuality. Strength in being that one-of-a-kind person. Having the strength to follow your path fearlessly. Let's get one more. Okay, we'll get two more. All right, so we got warrior spirit. Or the warrior, I should say. And we got cycles. Cycles around your individuality. You might undergone a couple transformations or trying on different shoes within your life, metaphorically, of course. Shoes representing pathways, different ways you've gone. Okay, but there needs to be a warrior spirit to what is your true higher purpose, is what I'm getting. Maybe you felt you've taken some detours and trying to really find your unique blueprint. Even though you're who you are to the core is always with you, it does shape and change, and it feels like you're on a quest. It's like you know who you are here, but how do you apply it to the world around you, especially when we live in a world of systematic boxes. You might be finding it difficult to express your individuality. Okay, but Spirit's asking you to have a warrior spirit. Maybe you've left it in the past, or put it on the back burner, your true spiritual self, your true individuality, okay? And you've just settled for whatever because, life gets in the way, and especially a spiritual path, it's hard to walk. It definitely is, especially if you are a one-of-a-kind and you have to pave your own way. It's easier to just walk the steps that people have done in the past. That's tried and true and familiar. I think go walk that. And it feels like you've been kind of doing that, kind of on autopilot a little bit. And what needs to be recognized is your warrior spirit and your strength to find your own unique life path, okay? And find that individual space that's special just for you. You've been kind of going in cycles, like we all go in cycles, but it's keeping you, whatever path this is that everybody else has walked that perhaps you've been kind of doing, it feels like you're sick of that cycle and you want to just move forward. I'm getting two messages from this: cycles in putting on different, not masks, but or hats maybe, or shoes. They're all metaphoric, but it feels like you're trying on different identities and seeing what fits your core, what matches that puzzle piece of your core. But there's also this other message of being stuck in a cycle of normalcy, if you want to call it that, or the tried and true road, as they say. It feels like you're fed up with that. You want to get back to applying what's true to your soul outwardly. Okay? Let's get a couple moon cards here. Go a little deeper, Spirit. So recognize we need to get back to self. Can you give me a little more? Oops. There we go. You're very close to achieving your goal. Interesting. Gibbous moon. This is coming at an interesting angle with the gibbous moon. Achieving your goal, and conclusions are within reach. Okay. So you are walking this path, this tried and true path, but on the outskirts, you've been also, or secretly, been doing some self-work around achieving this goal to apply your core to the world around you. There's an ending to a cycle coming up. Okay, and again, that could be around that I'm fed up with the tried and true path. But with this tried and true path, there's nothing wrong with walking it. It just seems that that's not what your soul is seeking right now. You're looking to release an old path to make way for a new one. But there's something about achieving a goal in this tried and true path. You've learned something here that you might be able to apply on your own route, your own path. You're taking a detour somewhere, but you carry something from the tried and true path, which is interesting. Conclusions are within reach. There's something coming to an end. And Spirit is trying to call your attention to being ready, because a door is going to open for you along your own individual path. Okay, you've learned something and a cycle is going to end. And you have the strength and warrior spirit to, it might be a lonely road, but to walk it, to be able to lead yourself fearlessly forward. Okay? And how to lovingly let go of this tried and true path. Let's just take a look. Because it is familiar, sometimes it is hard to let go because of the unknown. We're unsure of what lies ahead. Having a little faith is important because you are ready, though. You have the warrior spirit, but I'm reminded about have a little faith. So how to lovingly let go. What do you have for group 2 Spirit? Okay, so we're starting with be real with Aquarius energy. Perfect to walk your individual path. Aquarius energy is definitely the black sheep among the white. They stick out. Their uniqueness, their quirkiness, their excitement to sparkle all on their own. They don't shy away from who they truly are. So Spirit's asking you to be real. That'll help you lovingly let go of this path that you've been walking but feel like you're on autopilot. It's not truly who you are. So start being much more real with yourself and with others. Genuine, even about your vulnerabilities, your strengths, your weaknesses, your dreams, your fears. Be authentic is what Spirit is saying, and this will help you lovingly let go of this old path, okay? Attend to the details in Virgo, okay? Yes, Virgo being so methodical, so prepared. They really thrive in the details. So something requires attention to detail to let go of this old path. Maybe tie up old strings to make sure it stays in the past and you don't repeat that cycle, okay? Okay, and full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Okay, I felt the need to take a breath because something about fears. Okay. Let your fears dissolve. Especially go inward to your subconscious where Cancer energy thrives the most. They're very intuitive creatures, or people, creatures, crabs are. Well, that's what they symbolize. Because there is some unconscious fear that hasn't been looked at yet towards this uncertain but very necessary path, okay? Take that warrior spirit towards your fears and remind yourself of how strong you really are. And if you remember back to the meditation, we talked about how the tree has much experience, has lived many lives, and has attained a lot of knowledge and wisdom over time. Take that energy with you when you're applying this new path to your life, okay? And lastly, what blessings await you if you make space for the new energy to flow inward? Let's see here. Okay, gratitude. You feel a sense of gratitude. Thank you for Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for putting me on the path that fulfills my soul. Thank you for guiding me this way. And Wizard of the Woods, focus. You'll have a new focus towards what's truly important to you, to your core. Okay, you'll have the magic of the wizard to help you along the way, to make magic around you, because you are now walking that individual path, that unbeaten path, that uncertain path, but you go towards it with the blessing of focus, so you don't lose your way and find yourself repeating a cycle that you've left in the past and finding yourself, pulling back to the old tried and true, okay? And lastly, you've got the Raven Spirit of truth. A truth will be made aware to you about your individual, one-of-a-kind energy. Yes, the Raven Spirit has a message for you. If you do this inner work, you have a beautiful spiritual message coming your way. Excuse me. All right, group 2. And one last card here to tie up the reading at the end here. Ooh. Root Girl, the disowned self. There's a very strong message tying this all together, that this old tried and true path is the disowned self. This was you in the past, or we're going to leave it in the past, okay, to make way for the new. And this draws me back to this Strength card. This disowned self is still a part of your tree, still a part of you. However, it is now time to let the old self go, like a snake shedding its skin, to make way for this beautiful new path that you're going to walk. Again, you've done some of the work, it seems, that we talked about earlier, because you got the warrior spirit and the strength to do it. Now there's this strong message of leave this part of yourself in the past. Time to let that part go. All right, and it is painful. If you look in the picture, it is very difficult to somewhat uproot. It's like uprooting that part of yourself. But it no longer serves a purpose. Okay? So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Hope it gave you a little clarity to what to let go of at this time. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Hey there, Group 3. I hope you enjoyed that meditation on the beauty of letting go. I hope it gave you a little insight into this reading as we're going to take a look at or recognize what needs to be let go of at this present time. Okay, we're going to start there. Okay, Spirit, guide me. Lust, vision, and oath. Interesting. And with vision in brackets it says Aphrodite, and I think she was the goddess. She was quite beautiful. Anyway, if I remember correctly. Which reminds me of lust, something to do with beauty and lust. Lusting over something that has an aesthetic appeal to it. And then, of course, the oath here. There's something about chests, too. Something to do with relations to the heart, perhaps. But we'll go a little deeper. Feels very passionate. Passionate on a soul level with oath, passionate on a physical level with lust, and also vision on a mental level. It's just passionate, all like it hits all the boxes. Just interesting. Okay. So you're very close to achieving your goal, something that you're lusting after. Look at the bigger picture with vision and have faith in your dreams. This is something that you are committed to. It's asking you to have faith in. So, Spirit, why is this, let's go here. This all seems very positive to me. So where's the part about letting go? Because I'm not picking up on that energy just yet. Go inward. It's time to connect with your inner child. Like I said, it feels like you've hit all points with, like I said, lust on a physical level, whatever it is you're going after, vision on a mental level, and oath on a spiritual level. You are committed deeply to something. However, you need to go inward because it's time to connect with your inner child about something that you're very clearly passionate about. You've missed something somewhere. Maybe it's time to listen to the inner child a little bit. Perhaps you're so focused on this because you are hitting all those points, but with Sagittarius energy asking you to look at the bigger picture, your vision, there's something missing with your vision. And it has to do with the inner child. Let's take one more card. Let's take one more Spirit. I'm getting an idea, but okay. You deserve to be seen. Let yourself be known. So that's where the message is here. I feel like you've neglected a part of your inner child, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve your goal, because it says you're very close, but you've missed something to do with the inner child being seen. And Spirit's drawing your attention to that you deserve to be seen, or this part of yourself deserves to be seen. So let yourself be known. Okay, so let's see how we can lovingly let go of some of this energy surrounding invisibility, not being seen. Parts of the self that are not being seen. To give yourself grace. I'm drawn right away to when children make mistakes. Sometimes the best approach is to lovingly and calmly say, that's okay. We can always fix it or clean it up, like a reassuring tone. I feel like you need to do that for your inner child. I feel like you're hard on yourself when you make mistakes, is what's coming in here. And that's why you need to give yourself some grace. Okay, you're working towards something. You're about to achieve your goal, but there's still some energy blocking you because you're not giving yourself space to make mistakes and grow from it, okay? It's kind of teetering on perfectionism, just a little bit, okay? And we also got pure spirit purification. Purify your thought form by giving yourself some grace. Again, I really do feel it's circling around making mistakes and not accepting that part of yourself, that our inner childs are messy, are chaotic, are emotional, and playful. And you've kind of stifled or ignored this part of yourself. And it deserves to be seen because there's something in this messy process from your inner child that will help you achieve this goal, okay? So don't ignore it, is what I'm getting. It's beautiful. Okay, so if you make way for some of this work, what blessings will await you? If you do this work. Oh, write a letter to your inner child. Connection with yourself, connection with that inner child, a true bond, a full oath to be that guiding force. Almost like the parent to the child, you know? I'm here to guide you. So real connection with self. And with the very practical approach to this card, writing a letter to your inner child to reconnect with this part. Because there's something beautiful here that you're missing, that it's not showing up in either your relationships, your work, whatever it is you're passionate about here, that's showing up saying, this person's passionate about something, but they've neglected the inner child part of what makes this so beautiful. Okay. And also, what else? Another blessing is be true to who you are. Fear will not stop you from shining. So there's a belief in yourself and a unicorn in the picture. Believing in something that isn't easily seen by the human eye, right? Unicorns don't exist here on the physical plane, right? But it's in the imaginative world that unicorns exist. So the metaphor here is having a belief in yourself and being true to who you are. There's that oath coming up again. Okay, so there has to be a solid commitment because your inner child has faith in your dreams, which is very interesting. This is a very beautiful reading, getting back to the inner child that sometimes gets put on the back burner. You know, as we are adults, sometimes it quiets the voice of the inner child. But we'll solidify the reading with one last card. Falling Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy. Also paying attention to your dream state as well. That's where the inner child really gets a chance to work out some of these problems that may arise. But also another message here is this inner child has had a spiritual narcoleptic episode. Your inner child is sleeping right now, basically, because of neglect. And there's no blame here. It's just saying that it's time to awaken that inner child and let them be seen for all the beauty they bring to your personality. Okay? I'm not fully sure if it's why this part of you has been stifled. It could have been external factors or maybe how you perceive your inner child. However, it's a very strong message to embark on this personal journey to incorporate the inner child with the rest of whatever you're going after, because you have the drive, you have the energy, the love, the passion to whatever you're going after. But this piece is what you're looking for that you didn't even maybe realize because you haven't had a chance to look at the bigger picture. Okay? Anyway, group 3, I really hope you enjoyed this reading. This one was really beautiful, and I hope you got a little understanding of what it is to let go of, and maybe, again, maybe it's letting go of a little bit of that serious side to let the inner child have a moment of play, okay? Because it sounds like you deserve it. It sounds like you need a break from just life in general, the regular hustle and bustle, as I say, to let this creative, playful, silly side kind of come forward, okay? Anyway, I hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.